My name is Samuel. Welcome to Make Excel Easy. If you're an Excel beginner, this is the perfect place to start. I'm going to introduce you to basics of Excel on this video. Microsoft Excel is one of the most used software applications of all time. Hundreds of millions of people around the world use Microsoft Excel. You can use Excel to enter all sorts of data and perform financial, mathematical, or statistical calculations. On this video section, I will explain the basics of Excel. Don't miss out my other videos on functions and data analysis to discover the real power of Excel. Now let's get started. Open your Microsoft Excel or WPS or Google Spreadsheets. Now I'm using Microsoft Excel 2013. So now let's open it. Click on blank sheet. So it's already opened. Now let's talk about the title bar and the ribbon. So now I have the title bar. On the title bar, I have the book 1. So I have my title bar. So on the right top, so I have my app. Then I have my Windows icon. So that's my help. I have my Windows icon. I have the minimize, I have the maximize, and I have the close button. So on the left top, I have my quick access. So I'm going to tell us how to customize the quick access. Let's talk about the ribbon. Now on the ribbon, I have the tabs. Okay, I have the file, I have the home tabs. The home tabs contains the most frequently used commands in Excel. So these are the most commonly used command in Excel. We have the insert, we have the page layout tabs, I have also the formula tabs, I have the data, I have the review, and I have the view tabs. Okay, each of the tabs is grouped. So now on the home tabs, I have the clipboard, I have the fonts, I have alignment, I have the number, I have styles, I have cells, and I have the editing. Okay, so this is the editing part. So let's click on the insert tab. So on the insert tab, now let's click on the insert tab. I have the tables, I have the illustration, I have apps, I have charts, I have reports, sparklines, filters, links, text, and symbols. Okay, so now let's click on the page layout. On the page layout, I have the themes, I have the page setup. As the page setup, I have the I have the scale to fit, I have sheet option, and I have arrange. So also I have the formula. The formula, I have functions library. The function library, I have the defined names, I have formula auditing, I have calculation. So also let's click on the data tabs. The data tabs, I have get external data, connection, sort and filter, data tools, and outline. So on the review, I have proving, we have the language, I have comments, and then I have change. Also on the field tabs, okay, I have workbook views, I have the show, I have the zoom, I have the window, and I have micro. Now let's use the ribbon to create a table. Click first cell on Excel and enter your data sets. On column A, enter last name, and on column B, enter cell, and on column C, enter country. Click anywhere on the data set and let's click on the insert tabs, then click on the table. When you click on the table, then we have this dialog box that shows the range. So the range is from the cell A1 covers to the cell A1 cover to the C11. That's the range. You can also check my table as an headers, then click on the OK. So you already have the table. Then you can also filter the table from the last name or from the sales, or use the country. Okay, so now this is the table. Double click any tab on the ribbon is going to collapse the ribbon. Can you see? Double click on the home tab, double click on the insert tab, or you double click
on the page layout tab, so it's going to collapse the ribbon. You can double click on the formulas tab, so it's going to collapse the ribbon. You can also do the same thing on the data type, so it's going to collapse the ribbon. So if you double click any tab on the ribbon, it's going to collapse the ribbon. Below the ribbon is the formula bar. The formula bar is located below the ribbon and above the worksheet. It displays the value or formula of the active cell, and you can also use the bar to enter or edit formula. Now let me click on the cell F1 and put that. You see, once I click on the cell F2 and type 2, so you already see it on the formula bar. Okay, so now if I put it on cell F2, then you will see what I tap appears on the formula bar. Can you see it? Okay, I can also do the same thing on the F1. It appears on the formula bar. You can also use the formula bar to edit. Once I press enter, it moves to the next line. I can also edit what is there already. Okay, now let's press enter. Once I press enter, let me just use this place and put a function on that place. So I can enter my function from the formula bar and press enter. It will still appear on that active cell. So now each of these active cell has their name. Okay, so it also appear on that place. Can you see it? It appears at that place. So now I have cell F3. Can you see it? The active cell is now on cell F2, column F, row 2. Can you see it also appear at this place? Customizing the quick access and ribbon in access. So that is the access. I want to customize it. So now in any of the ribbon, just right click on it. When you right click on any of the ribbon or the group, okay, let's take this group. Now I right click on that so I can add to the quick access. I can add to the quick access. Can you see I have added to the quick access? Let me click here. So I want to add to the quick access, so I click on that. So I already have that. So when you click on the drop menu, you see other lists. The same thing for the for this group. So now if I want to remove it, so you just click on that place, then you remove, you click and you remove what you have added to that place. So you can also do the same thing for any of these group by right clicking on that, and you can also customize your the command on the quick access. So you see the command on this quick access, and these are the one already there. You see it. So any of these command like cut, so if I want to move it, I will just click on that place there. I will click on add, so it's going to add this to the list. Okay, so if I want to remove it, I can also do the same thing for the remove. Okay, so I can now go down, I click OK. So by the time I click OK, it's already applied to the quick access. So I have the cut command at that place. I can also remove it from that end, or I right click and choose the customize. So when I choose the customize, so I come to this place, I click on that point, so I can click on remove. So it's going to remove it. So as I click on remove, so it will remove it. And if I want to add another one to it, so I just come to this point, I will click on add, so you move it to the from my left to the right side. So I can come back and click OK. So okay, let me remove this. So I just click on that, I click on removed, then I will click OK, then go back to the quick access. Can you see it has been removed? You can right click anywhere on the ribbons. Then when you do that, then you have show or hide of the quick access. When I click on that, it's already hide or show the ribbons. So now if I right click on the ribbons again, so I can collapse the ribbon. So if I right click on any of the tabs, so I can still have the same thing. So I can customize my ribbons. See, when you click on that, you can customize your tabs. Okay, I have this my present tabs that I have the home tabs, the insert, the page layout, the formula. So you can also customize it, and you can also arrange it. So can you see it now? From this end,
there is another tab that is not highlighted. So I have the developer. So if I click on it and I click OK, so it's going to add the developer on the tabs. Okay, can you see it? So when I click on it, so you see the other commands on the on the developers. So if I click on anyone, so it's going to apply it. So also you can have a lot of tabs. You have the tabs, you can add tabs, you can, so you have the tabs. I can move the tabs. Right click on that tabs. So I have my customize, so I can customize it. So if I click on that list, so I can move it. So can you see the position where my tabs is? I see the home is the number one, then followed by the insert, followed by the formula page layout, followed by the formula, and the rest goes like that. So I can move it, I can change the position. Let's say the developer tabs, can you see the position where it is? So it's at the last one, so I can move it by clicking on the plus or minus to move it up and down, or to the left or right. So once I do that, so I can now click OK. So once I click OK, can you see that the position has been shifted to the left side? So that is how you can do it. So you can come back, right click on the tabs and click on the customize your ribbons, and you can also add a new tab. So if you have a new tab, you want to create a new tab, so you can just click on the button. When you click on that button, it's going to insert a new tab. So you can give it a name, you can name it. When you name it, and you can now start adding customize by adding your command. What are the commands that you want it to be under? So you can add the commands to it. So that is how to create a tabs. Okay, if you don't need it, you can just remove the tabs. Let's talk about the status bar in Excel. By default, the status bar at the bottom of the window displays some important information. Can you see it? At the time I right click on the status bar, so I have all the selected items. Okay, those items are here. Can you see it? Can you see it? The average, the count. Okay, so let's say for example, now let me select this range, so it can give me the count, can give me the average, it can give me the sum. Okay, so now let's me click on this cell, so it's telling me that the cell is active. Now let's select this wide range, so it's going to give more details. Okay, more information, the average, the count, and what have you. So now let me filter it. So let me filter it. So I just click on OK. So it's giving me some vital information of that. Okay, so now if I still need more information that are not here, so what I will do is I will come down to the status bar and right click on that, so I can mark those that are not marked, or I can check those that are not checked. So let me mark that, let me click that. So it's already added to the status bar. So whatsoever things that I'm doing on the cell, okay, let me just put more information on that. Whatsoever thing I'm doing is going to give me more details, information about that. To create checkbox in Excel, I click on developer, I click on insert, then I click on checkbox, then I come to the cell, then I click and drag to insert my checkbox. So I reposition it, so I right click inside. So now I now click edit text, so I can delete the content. So I click outside. So if I want to delete it, just click on it and have the border, then press your delete button. Let's do it again. Click on the developer tab, click on the insert, then click on the checkbox. So now draw your checkbox, then delete the content. So now right click on it and let's go to the format control. So I want to link the checkbox to a cell, so I will click here and it said that I want to link it to, so I can now click on OK. Let's confirm this by clicking on the checkbox. If I click on the checkbox, I have true. If I will check it, I have false. Okay, so now for example, let's enter this. Okay, equal to if bracket open H3. So if the value is true, let me enter 100. Okay, and if the value is false, let me enter, let's put is 0. I close the bracket. So I press enter. So now let's check this. If I check this is true, then I have 100. So now I can hide this. So let me hide this column. So now if I click on it, I have the 100. If I unclick on it, I have is 0. Let me unhide the column. I right click on the unhide column, so I click on unhide, so the column is back. Let's take another example checklist. So now I click on cell A1. I call it holiday checklist. Then I have my passport, sun cream, swimming, money for food, medication, camera, a good book, a toothbrush, mobile phone, and the last one I have documents printing. So I adjust my cell A1. So after that, I click on home tab, I click on bold. So now on cell B2, I go to the developer, then click on the insert, then click on the checkbox. So I can draw my checkbox and reposition it to the center of the cell. Let me adjust the checkbox. So I right click on it, then I choose edit text. I delete the contents. Then I will autofill it down. So I'm going to explain how to do autofill later. So now let me check. Okay, so I click on each of the box. See, there is no action, so let me right click on it. I will go to format control, then the format control, I'm going to link it to this next cell opposite to the checkbox. So I've done that, so I will click on OK. So I will, let me check. So I have true, so I will do the same thing by right clicking on the checkbox and choose format control, so I can link it to the cell opposite to it. So now I will now click OK. So I will repeat the same step by right clicking on the checkbox and choose format control. So I link it to the next cell. So I will do the same thing, format control, then link it to the next cell. Okay, then I will click OK. So I will do it the same thing, format control, then next cell, then OK. So I will right click on the checkbox. I will do the same thing. So I can do the same thing to each of the box. So by right clicking on the checkbox and link it to the next cell. Okay, I will right click on the checkbox, choose format control and link it to the next cell. So I've done that. On A13, let's put total number of items, and on A14 let's put items packed. So now let me adjust the column. Now on B13 let's put 10, and on B14 let's put this formula, count if, bracket open, counting that range, then comma true, then close the brackets, press enter. So I can check. So as I'm checking and unchecking, so the total number of items packed decreases or increases. Can you see? So now let me hide the column, this column. So the column has been hidden, so I can check. So as I'm checking, so the number is counting the total number of what I checked. So now on A16 let me put this. So I'm good to go. So that means if I want to put this formula, if bracket open, if this total number of item counts packed is equal to total number of items. So I forgot to put equal to. So now let me add equal to if B13 equal to B14, then comma. If that is true, I have yes, then comma. If that is false, I have no, then close the bracket, then press enter. So that is the condition. So now let me check all. So can you see I have yes? So now let me uncheck. So if I uncheck, I have no, but if I check everything, I have yes. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.